General Hospital spoilers tease that Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, is fighting for his life after a confrontation with Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, and his partner. Jason seems to be working undercover since he did all he could to save Dante before paramedics arrived, and he may have saved Dante's life by doing so. Dante suffered quite a bit of damage to his heart and lungs, but after a successful surgery, it seems that Dante will ultimately survive. But it's going to be a long road to recovery, and that may give the couple time to reevaluate their relationship. Dante and Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, have been living together for quite a while now and are raising their children together. At least until now, they haven't even considered the idea of marriage. Both Sam and Dante have been married before, arguably to their true loves. Neither of them has been in a rush until now to make a formal commitment to each other. But Dante's close encounter with death may change their perspective. Seeing Dante fighting so hard to stay alive may give Sam the extra push she needed to propose to Dante. Olivia Falconeri, Lisa Lo Cicero, would certainly be pleased to hear that her son is not only going to live, but will soon be married to Sam. It won't be long before Sam learns that Jason is alive, and that could change everything for this couple. Sam and Jason were together for years, but ultimately broke up because of Jason's association with organized crime. They were not together by the time Jason was presumed to have died. Sam may not be able to resist the pull of Jason once she sees him alive and well for the first time. She will likely be committed to Dante at the time, so things have the potential to become quite messy. Whether Sam and Jason end up together remains to be seen, but they will likely have to address their lingering feelings for each other. But does Sam truly prefer her new life with Dante? What do you think? Will Dante recover? Is an engagement coming for Sam and Dante? How will Jason's return impact their future? Anything can happen in Port Charles, so stay tuned to General Hospital, airing weekdays on ABC. Don't forget to check back right here regularly for all your General Hospital news, information, and spoilers. General Hospital spoilers tease that Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, and Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, have been together for quite a while now. For the most part, the duo have been on the same page when it comes to their relationship and their family. Both Sam and Dante have children from previous marriages, and they have managed to blend their families into one quite well. But soon, they may be faced with something they didn't expect, and their reactions might be quite different. Sam may have gotten a hint of what was to come a few months ago when Charlotte Cassadine, Scarlett Fernandez, was accidentally shot by Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, her son by Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, Danny Morgan, Asher Jared Antonisen, told his mother that he wished he could have done more. Sam later commented that Danny reminded her more and more of Jason, but Jason has been missing for years, so Danny may not know as much about his father as he thinks. Spoilers indicate that Danny will find himself in big trouble soon. Perhaps he will get into a fight at school, and Danny will be more violent than either Sam or Dante would have expected. While Dante may see it as Danny just doing what boys do, alarm bells might go off for Sam. No one knows exactly how dangerous Jason could be more than Sam. She might want to take drastic action to stop Danny now before he ends up on the same path as his father. Sam may take a much harder approach than Dante thinks is needed. Since Dan isn't Danny's father, she may think that Dante should let her take the lead on raising Danny. Dante will believe that if they are going to be a real blended family, then they will have worked together when it comes to their kids, no matter which of them is the biological parent. As Jason's returns gets close, will Danny lead Sam to leave Dante and eventually reconcile with Jason? What do you think? What kind of trouble will Danny find himself in? Will Sam and Dante see things differently? How will Jason's return impact Dante and Sam? Anything can happen in Port Charles, so stay tuned to General Hospital, airing weekdays on ABC. And don't forget to check back right here regularly for all your General Hospital news, information, and spoilers. General Hospital spoilers claim Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, is down for the county following being shot twice in the chest. Having sustained significant internal injuries, the surgery was a success at pulling Dante through. But that doesn't mean he's going to wake up anytime soon, leaving Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, on her own to navigate what comes next will place a significant burden on her shoulders. Her current anger toward Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, is bound to melt away when Jason is cleared of all charges connected to Dante's shooting. Will her heart soften toward him in the aftermath and leave space for him to re-enter it? Dante is down for the count as his body heals, and there is no telling how long that might take. He could be in a coma and recovering for months to come. A lot can change in that kind of time. While we might be hoping for some unconscious daydreams between Dante and Lulu Falconeri, Emma Ryland, we're also hoping to see another side of Sam as she goes it alone in the days ahead without Dante by her side or having her back. She has some challenging decisions and conversations on the horizon. Right now, Sam's grief and anxiety are being masked by her anger toward Jason. Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, was baffled to find Sam standing so firmly with her feet on the other side of this fence. Carly knows in her heart that Jason would never hurt Dante or anyone else they care about. Furthermore, he wouldn't hurt anyone innocent. It's clear that he used his own shirt to help Dante survive and called 911 as well. So why is Sam hanging on to so much anger and resentment as though she's already convinced that Jason is guilty? When Jason's name is cleared, we just might see a new level of grief set in for Sam. Waiting for Dante to open his eyes has been brutal, but seeing Jason alive with her own eyes will be painful in its own weird way. Of course, she will be happy to see him, but will she accept his explanation for his absence the last 2 years? Will Jason explain and apologize away his mistakes until Sam forgives him, or will she continue to use Dante and the pain she's feeling as a way to keep Jason at arm's length? Stay tuned for more GH news and spoilers to find out. General Hospital spoilers for the week of Monday, March 4 Friday, March 8 tease unexpected encounters, frantic situations, and shocking events. Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, has an unexpected encounter. Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, is in a frantic situation, and Damian Spinelli, Bradford Anderson, and Ava Jerome, Maura West, witness a shocking event. Monday, March 4, an unexpected encounter takes place as Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, returns to Port Charles. Monday's promo shows Dante on the docks. He points a gun at a man in black who raises his hands as Dante, confused, says, "What the hell? That's likely to be Jason." Inside a warehouse, Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, and Selena Wu's Lydia Look, negotiations are interrupted, while at the Quartermain mansion Brooklyn Quartermain, Amanda Seton confides in Tracy Quartermain Jane Elliott. Also, at the hospital, Laura Collins, Jeannie Francis, confronts Cyrus Renault, Jeff Kober. Meanwhile, down the hall Heather Weber, Allie Mills, attempts an escape while at GH for a medical checkup. Tuesday, March 5 finds Jocelyn in a frantic situation with Dex Heller, Evan Hofer, while elsewhere, Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, hears some tragic news. Sonny hits a sore spot with John Jagger Cates, Adam Harrington, and elsewhere, Laura acts quickly in a crisis. The frantic situation, the tragic news, and the crisis may or may not be tied together to the same event or events. Marshall Ashford, Robert Gossett, tells Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner, about his now confirmed misdiagnosis of schizophrenia. Wednesday, March 6, Spinelli and Ava are in for a shock and witness a shocking situation. Elsewhere, Dante's parents, Olivia Quartermain, Lisa Lo Cicero, and Sonny reconnect. Anna questions Jocelyn and Dex about what happened in their frantic situation. In the meantime, Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, and Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson, make a confession. Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Grahn, is apprehensive. Thursday, March 7, Sonny and Ava share a loaded moment while elsewhere, Drew Kane, Cameron Matheson, and Carly Spencer, Laura Wright, have their hands full. In the meantime, Laura offers comfort to someone, so it seems that the tragic news Anna heard earlier in the week is connected. Elsewhere, Maxie Jones, Kirsten Storms, is stunned, possibly hearing of the tragic news. Finally, Brooke Lynn opens up to Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper. Friday, March 8, there are more shocks in Port Charles as Carly is taken aback, and Sonny gets an update on Jagger's investigation. Has the boss, who goes by Stone, been identified? Elsewhere, Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watros, corners Ava, perhaps over her contribution to Sonny's danger. In the meantime, Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, tries to convince Dex to stay. As far as Alexis and her apprehension, she vents to Diane Miller, Carolyn Hennessy. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with GH right now. Come back here often for General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates. General Hospital spoilers and updates tease after being shot at on the docks. Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, will update Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, on the shooter. The theory so far is that the sniper at the docks was also the sniper at the Metro Court and aiming for Anna Devane, Finola Hughes. Even though John Brennan, Charles Mazur, instructed Roman Hume, Mark Engelhardt, to take out both Anna and Sonny, the Pipeman connection has not yet been made. Dante knows from Anna and Valentin Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart, that the Pipeman security group was a major employer of former WSB agents. This had been especially true after Victor Cassadine, Charles Shaughnessy, was ousted as director. Unsurprising that the weapon found at the Metro Court was from a WSB arsenal. However, there's a definite connection between the shooting at the docks and at the Metro Court, and Dante updates Sonny just in case he is a target too. Dante is Sonny's son after all, and if he's in danger, Sonny might be too. Even though the Pipeman connection is not yet proven in the shooting, Pipeman could be a factor. Sonny knows from Hume that the Pipeman people were none too happy that he would allow no more shipments through his territory. Knowing what he knows now about the WSB swooping in and perpetrating cover-ups of Jameson forces, uncast character, murder, Dante keeps a bullet he collected from the docks himself. There's no weapon found like there was at the Metro Court, and he knows the bullets won't match that gun, but he keeps it for comparison anyway. The PCPD was not allowed to investigate the shooting on the dock either. The WSB again swooped, and Dante had a feeling that would happen. In spite of that, he is able to find out the bullet is from the same kind of gun, and if there are more shootings, the bullet will match. Hospital records of Curtis Ashford's, Donald Turner, injury gave him the comparison he needed. Sonny wants to put Dante, Anna, and Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, and the kids all in a safe house. He's afraid for their lives. He also wants his men to act as bodyguards because of the seriousness of the situation, but Dante doesn't want to involve any more people than are necessary. Sonny figured this new guy at the WSB was corrupt when he fired Frisco Jones, Jack Wagner, and wanted to bomb the haunted star off the face of the earth. From here on out, Port Charles is under a threat worse than any mob war Sonny has seen. It's very difficult to fight against a corrupt group of feds. Be sure to catch up on everything happening with GH right now. Come back here often for General Hospital spoilers, news, and updates. General Hospital spoilers suggest Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, has had a tough time the last few years. With Lulu Falconeri, M. Ryland, in a coma still, he's had to serve the roles of both mom and dad. Falling in love with Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, might have been a blessing in disguise, but fans had also questioned whether some of Sam's not-so-above-board ethics have rubbed off on her beau. Dante has always been a man of honor, and he's a big fan of upholding the law. Suddenly in the last year, though, we're learning he has a secret past that only Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, his shiftiest friend, knows about. Why? Because Dante let him cover for him and take the fall for a crime he committed years ago. While that lurks under wraps, we've seen Dante bend the rules to help Cody, to help Sam, to help Ava Jerome, Maura West, and now we just might see him do it again to help his dad. It's a good thing that Dante showed up in Paw Talk when he did, or Ava would have been sleeping with the fishes. Leveling Mason Gatlin, Nathaniel Gray, with a few good shots was just what the situation required. But now Dante is paying the price for going rogue, helping Dex Heller, Eben Hofer, and Jocelyn Josh Jacks, Eden McCoy, off the books, instead of calling in the local Paw Talk police, has Dante sidelined from his job and wondering if he'll be let go altogether for breaking protocol. Going outside of his jurisdiction is far from the only questionable thing Dante has done lately that fans say is outside of his character. He's always been big on following the letter of the law, refusing to turn his cheek, even to help someone he loves. When Sam went behind his back, and helped Cody get into Ferncliff, and subsequently bust Sasha Gilmore Corrin, Sophia Matson, out. Dante didn't chastise her. Instead, he went with her to see Cody and Sasha when they were fugitives from the law. He didn't recuse himself from Cody's case when he was arrested. Instead, he helped him out of it. With Sonny Corinthos, Morris Bernard, in trouble now that Cyrus Renault, Jeff Kober, is out of Pentonville, could Dante be jobless and poised to take up a spot in his pop's organization? Dante has never been a fan of what his father does for a living, but it hasn't cost them their relationship. In fact, some might say Sonny had a stronger distaste for the police work Dante has devoted himself to. Fans have noticed Sam seems to have molded Dante a bit more into a junior Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, than we ever would have expected. Are all of these side steps away from the law priming us for Dante to go dark and accept a new role inside of Sonny's organization? As both of his sons get closer to him and more accepting of breaking the rules for their own gain at times, fans are starting to wonder if Dante might be the future of the Port Charles mob. Stay tuned for more GH news and spoilers to see how this shakes out for Dante.